games in a row, everybody's panicking. Like, oh my God, the Cavs are ruined. It's like, no, calm down. The Cavaliers are going to be okay.
They started, like, they got off to a great start. Like, them and the Cubs, like...
Welcome to the Triangle. We're doing a little bit of a remix. Just me and TJ today. We got nobody else joining us. We're going to talk about the trade deadline. How about there was like no major moves really in the NBA. And do you guys like any reason that might have been? We'll talk about the NFL, go through some mock draft stuff. We're going to talk about the quarterback carousel. So a lot of these veteran quarterbacks all had their names in different places. We're going to talk about them. And then we're going to talk about NCAA a little bit. And then some feuds. Let's start with the trade deadline. Are you surprised that there was no like really big name that got traded besides outside of the DeMarcus Cousins deal? Are you surprised?
Yeah.
Like, what did you think was going to happen? What deals were you sure was going to happen that didn't?
I was positive Jimmy Butler was going to get traded, and didn't happen. Surprised by that one. Didn't expect Melo to get traded simply because of the fact that he can command where he goes.
Yeah, we looked at it last week. None of the teams really had assets to really make a real deal at Carmelo Anthony without giving up like basically a key piece. Yeah, like basically a team. Yeah, the whole team. I guess I'm a little bit like the Bulls. They made a Bulls trade. Like when it comes to, like they made a trade that like the Bulls you normally make. Like they make a trade to keep the fan base kind of happy. Like, oh yeah, we did something. Look at us do something. You know, like we got Cameron Payne, whose best highlight is like dancing with Russell Westbrook, and I got Laverne, who's a nice player. I think he could really develop into a nice player.
And so can Cameron Payne now that he's finally going to get.
Yeah, is he the starting point guard now?
It's the Bulls. Who knows?
I mean, trading Taj Gibson, we weren't going to re-sign him, so we got something for him. I can't believe we gave a second-round pickup too. Wouldn't you think that we give up like the established players? Don't you think we would be getting the pick back?
It's the Bulls.
And I thought Jimmy Butler was for sure going to get traded. I thought they were going to like. And you hear what the son of Jerry Reinsdorf, his son has taken over, and
Michael?
Michael. You hear what the reports that he's not going to be tanking or like blowing up the roster. He wants to continue to try to win.
I don't know why. Hey, we have an ownership that cares more about ratings and money than actually winning.
Yeah, that's what it's been like. It's basically been like this since Michael Jordan left. They got super lucky. They got Jordan, and now they're gonna coast on it until like basically somebody like
super lucky that we got Derrick Rose, and we had 3 years of wedded bliss, and Derrick Rose gets hurt, and the front office panics, and it all goes downhill from there.
And Marcus Teague.
Yeah. Instead of don't even get me started. Anyway.
We'll talk about Draymond Green later.
I didn't. Part of me thought Blake Griffin was going to get traded.
I never thought he was going to get traded. I always thought that they were going to. I feel like those pieces are all going to come back.
But it's the fact that his name was out there that should say something. Like that should tell you something. Like that whole team's pretty much.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think it's interesting because I don't like that Clipper team. I think like their window is like shut.
Yeah.
Like they can't beat the Warriors, like no matter what they do,
They can't beat Houston. Like they're like I don't even think they probably can't beat the Spurs.
Yes,
like,
they can.
No, they can.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't. No, they cannot. They can't beat the Spurs.
Tony Parker is still. I don't think Tony Parker is. I don't think he has it left in him.
That's just one player. They still got Kawhi. They still got a Danny Green. They still have Aldridge. They still have a Gasol who's coming back. Jonathan Simmons can fill it up. Patty Mills is more than a serviceable player in the NBA.
That's true.
No one on like that Clippers team cannot beat the Spurs.
I think it'd be close.
It won't.
I think it would go to 7 games.
Spurs in 5.
I think that's crazy. With a healthy Chris Paul. With healthy Chris Paul,
Spurs in 5.
I think Chris Paul is good for 3 wins by himself. Chris Paul is super good.
5. Moving on.
Are you surprised? Are you actually kind of surprised that like those teams at the top, like none of them really did anything? Warriors, Clippers, Spurs. I mean, the Rockets were pretty busy.
Yeah, the Rockets were. The Rockets and Lakers worked together the whole deadline. So.
No, it's not even that. They worked together even before that. Remember, like basically Trevor Ariza got traded for Ron Artest a couple seasons ago.
Oh yeah.
Like that was basically like a straight up trade for like Trevor Ariza right for Ron Artest. And then, like, I think the trade of Lou Williams is sneaky. I think that might be, like, the best deal that was made throughout the whole trade line. I think that'll make, like, of all the deals, I think will make a major difference to franchises. Like, that one is big.
Yeah, because Magic came in and he already knew, like, well, he looked at his roster. Well, Lou Williams can actually win us a few games.
Lou Williams is winning us too many games. He's got to go.
Yeah. Because like they need to stay. Don't they need to stay in the top?
They have to have their pick in the top 3 in order to keep it.
Otherwise, Philly gets.
Yes, exactly. Okay. It's part of the Steve Nash deal. Still.
The dreaded Steve Nash deal.
Like that's still a thing. Like there's still.
Look at Boston. They still getting picks. They still have picks from.
Yeah, but that wasn't nearly as long. Do you realize how long ago Steve Nash played for the Lakers? How long ago that Dwight Howard was a Laker when that happened?
That do feel like forever ago.
Right? Yeah, like Steve Nash. Like
in retrospect, it's really not that long ago.
It's at least 5 seasons.
I say 4 or 5. You right?
5 seasons. That's 5 years.
But what about the Brooklyn trade? Like
that happened.
That's about 4 seasons ago now too, ain't it?
Well, yeah, but you can't trade picks in back-to-back drafts. So they had to pick.
I legit think they got that all at once.
No, because they had three first-round picks for it. Then you can't trade picks in back-to-back drafts. And this one is just the ability to swap picks. So they've already gotten 2 of Brooklyn's picks, and this is a swap. The next one is the one they own. That's still absurd. Like
it's still absurd.
Like Brooklyn won't have control of their pick for 3 seasons.
Yeah, until like
2019.
Yeah. Sad. Not sad. That's idiotic on
Miguel Prokhorov's
part.
You know, he wanted to make a splash, and
yeah,
and then
he made a splash.
But I actually really like the Willie trade. I think is brilliant. Like he can come off their bench and really light it up. Like you have him and Eric Gordon come off your bench now. Like that's nice.
Yeah.
Like they can light it up. Like you can have a lineup now where you put Harden at the point. You have Lou Williams and Eric Gordon on the court together with Ryan Anderson and Clint Capella. That's nice.
And even more important, you can get Harden off the court. You can give him a break.
Yeah.
You can put a Lou Williams in.
Lou Williams is a certified scorer.
That he is.
Like Lou Williams was born to score.
I feel like Lou Williams, along with Jamal Crawford, could win. Like I would have no problem if those dudes like won $6 million of the year, like every other year. Like,
yeah, they just trade it off. Like, hey, you get it this year. I'll take it the one after that.
Yeah. And then we'll have a stretch where like one of us win it 2 years in a row, then I'll win it 2 years in a row, and then we just go back to flip flop.
Do you think it's crazy that Lou Williams is only 30?
No.
Doesn't you think Lou Williams has been in the league forever?
Wasn't he a high school?
Yeah, him and Monte Ellis were the last group of high schoolers that came into the NBA. But he's only 30.
Wait, so Monte Ellis and them, they were a part of that Andrew Bynum draft class? Because Andrew Bynum came out of high school too.
Hold on.
Or were they before, like a year before him? Because, yeah. Like the fact that he's only 30, but you gotta keep in mind he has a lot of miles on his body, which he's
only played in 41 playoff games,
and that's kind of sad.
And like in 12 seasons.
That's kind of sad. Like that just attests to like the teams he's been on, the teams he's played. Like that's just. And
sad. Most of them came when he was on the Sixers. Yeah, he was rookie in 05.
Rookie year in 05. Okay. Yeah. That's
the Andrew Bogut draft.
That's Andrew Bogut. Okay. That's sad.
Bynum must have been the year before.
That's really sad. No, the year before was D12. I want to say that was Dwight Howard.
Andrew Bynum rookied in 2005. He must have been in that draft class too.
Second round. Andrew Bogut, not Andrew Bogut. Andrew Bynum.
Danny Granger was in that draft class too.
Yeah.
Bynum's right here at 10. Yeah.
Okay.
So they were all in the draft.
They were all in that same draft.
Danny Granger's like 30? No, he's 30. No, he was a senior when he came out. So yeah.
He's a 4-year man.
Yeah. Interesting.
If you had to pick a winner in the draft, who would you, like not the draft?
The Rockets.
Trade deadline.
Not even close.
The Rockets.
Houston Rockets.
You don't think OKC getting Westbrook?
Yeah,
help?
I mean.
Because when you think about it, they need a low post dude like Taj who can actually get his own bucket. He's probably the most intelligent big man on that roster.
And his canner.
When he's healthy.
He came back tonight.
I said intelligent, like smart. Like he's not gonna go out and do anything stupid, like break his hand on a chair.
He's back now.
When a team needs him, it doesn't matter.
Like, yeah.
Look how far that team fell without him.
Yeah, Enes Kanter is probably, but he's their most. Enes Kanter is still their most important big man on the team.
Defensive liability, but you know.
He can really score.
He can score. Taj can do both. He can't score to the capability of an Enos Cancer, but he can. Like, Taj is a nice player. Taj can get you 14 and 10.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'll give you that, but I don't think he's going to average. He's not going to average anything anywhere near that.
Okay, 10 and 10.
There's also a fun stat
9.
where Russell Westbrook, I think, like leads the league at uncontested rebounds. So he gets the rebound, nobody else really goes after it. like off of free throws. Like when you miss a free throw, like their big men don't even try to rebound the basketball.
He just charged and right.
So like his big men leave when they miss the free throw, and like Russell Westbrook gets all the rebounds like that. His stats are so inflated, dude. It's unbelievable, man. Like I can't even get it over it. Like
there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it.
He's gonna average a triple double. It's not gonna mean it. He's not gonna mean anything. Like he's not gonna win MVP. They're gonna be bounced in the first round of the playoffs.
Taylor averaged a triple double. He ain't won MVP.
Nobody's done it since the Big O.
Not eligible. Big O. Like he won. Like he averaged one. He didn't win MVP. He still didn't win it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but
Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50 and 25. Didn't win MVP. Bill Russell won MVP because Boston won 60 games that year.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what happened. So I mean,
and the game was a lot slower.
Yeah, like no shot clock.
They had way more possession.
No shot clock. No 3-point line.
So yeah, like you want to talk about like inflated stats. No disrespect to the Big O, but. Yeah.
It was probably more difficult to average a triple-double back then.
I disagree.
Because think about it, if you let's say you have no shot clock, so you can hold the basketball basically as long as you want.
But
so like there are less possessions to actually like get assists and rebounds and score.
But it's also at the same time in today's NBA, like everyone's faster, everyone's stronger, everyone's like big. Like
yeah, but when you're getting rebounds because nobody else is trying, like. And you're making passes you probably wouldn't make just to inflate your numbers.
What do you mean passes he wouldn't normally make?
Yeah, because Russell Westbrook, he is like open, like that one play that like where he like driving down the lane, he does that crossover, and he goes, like, he could have easily dunked that. Instead, he passed it off to Adams, and like then they scored. Like you know what I'm talking about?
Okay, he wants to get his teammates involved. What is so wrong with that?
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying he doesn't need to. If he wasn't chasing triple doubles, he might not be doing that. Even though he had 41 tonight.
It's a double-edged sword with Russell Westbrook. If he goes down that lane and he dunks the ball, he's considered selfish because he has Steven Adams open underneath the basket. But if he makes that pass, which he did, it's inflating his stats. Like the guy, let the man live.
You don't think Russell Westbrook?
Let him be great.
You don't think he's chasing triple doubles?
No, he does what he has to do.
I think
he does what he has to do so that team can be in the best position to win.
I think he's absolutely chasing triple doubles every night, dude. Like
what he has to work with. Like what do you want him to do? Shoot the ball every time he come down? You got to pass the ball to Andre Rope. So what you gonna do? You gonna pass to him or you gonna shoot?
I'm gonna shoot.
Okay then.
I'm not giving him the ball.
Okay then. Case in point. Moving on.
The guy shoots a lower percentage from the free throw line than he does from 3-pointers.
Moving on.
Like what's that? That's impossible. How about you? Biggest winner in the trade deadline for you?
Can't go wrong with Houston. OKC's up there simply because like you got Taj, a low post threat, and you have a shooter.
And you didn't really give a whole lot.
You didn't really give up
you didn't give up a pick.
I think you actually benefited Cameron Payne because he wasn't gonna be able to blossom into what they think he's gonna be. Sitting behind.
You think
it's
crazy? Like at the beginning of the season, they could have traded Cameron Payne for Rudy Gay
and got a lot better. They just waited, and it's like.
Well, he was hurt at the beginning of the season, so you couldn't really trade him because he was hurt. But if he had been healthy, they're like people around the NBA think if that guy had been healthy at the beginning of the season, they could have had Rudy Gay.
Well, hey.
But now Rudy Gay blew out his Achilles, so he's
done.
His career might be over.
Oh man.
Ian Mahimi's in this draft class, and David Lee too.
Are you really stuck on this draft class?
I'm just looking at it, like it's up here, so I'm looking at the names and I'm like,
moving on.
All right.
Yeah, my winners would have to be Houston and OKC. I'm not gonna say Cleveland because they didn't make any trades. Like they're just signing people who got traded and got cut.
Man, if they got D Will, dude,
they're gonna get D Will. He's signing with them tomorrow.
That's nice. He can actually play. You know.
And they're also probably gonna get Bogut too. And people automatically think that the Cavs are going to repeat by signing D. Will and Andrew Bogut, but we shall see.
But I think that's big. Like the fact that they didn't make a trade, so they were able to keep Kevin Love, and now they're going to get De'Aaron Williams, who can create his own offense. Man, he can play. Like, you put him on limited minutes, he can still like get you some. Mm-hmm. Like I remember when the Bulls played, we played against the Mavericks a couple times this season. Like he was kind of like screwing us over a little bit. De'Aaron Williams was like giving us the business.
So yeah, I mean,
and yeah, I actually really like what Toronto did, like adding Serge Ibaka, adding PJ Tucker. They didn't really have to give up a whole lot besides like Mike Scott, who's whose
best season was in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
That Mike Scott.
Yeah.
Moving on.
No, you don't think that's a good trade? Getting Serge Ibaka.
I'm not saying that was a good trade, but it's like if that's like all they had to give up was Mike Scott, whose best season came when he was a Hawk. No.
And Terrence Ross. I mean, they have a bunch of wing players, so they were able to afford. Like they have Norman Powell.
Yep.
Yeah, like he's a nice player.
He's alright.
He's better than Terrence Ross, probably. I mean, come on. What does Terrence Ross do besides dunk the basketball?
Yeah. See, that's just you not really like.
What does he do? What else does he do? What is his skill?
He has a mid-range game.
Not
he
really.
Can put the ball on the floor. What are you talking about? He's a professional back. Like,
okay.
He can do more than just dunk. He's not Gerald Green.
Gerald Green can score.
So Gerald Green can score, but Terrence Ross can't.
Yeah.
Terrence Ross can score.
Gerald Green played in the D League. He went overseas. Like
the D League. Wow.
Really
impressed.
All right, well, fine. All right, so
losers.
Oh, losers. Boston.
Big time.
I just think you have Sacramento too. Like,
but Boston.
Like, so in Boston, you have a Cleveland team that's playing LeBron a ton of minutes and is like reeling a little bit with Kevin Love being hurt and J.R. Smith being.
It's not even that. You have a chance to get your team over the hump.
If you trade for Jimmy Butler or Paul George, like that puts you in the championship.
Or even a Carmelo, because Boston was a team on Melo's list, and of course every team's gonna ask for that Brooklyn pick, that possible #1 overall pick. And Danny Ainge just said no, and it's just like, dude.
Man, I don't know, man. I think you look at the people, like the players coming out. Like I think there's a lot of franchise changers in this draft, and like if you're able to get like a young player, and like grow him into like a superstar, because LeBron's not going to play forever.
No.
At some point, LeBron is going to retire. Like I'm sure of it. Like he's not going to play the rest of his life. How long do you think LeBron will play?
I already told you, like 3 to 5 more years.
Oh, that's depressing.
I already told you. On the podcast we did like
last year, yeah,
like 3 to 5. I told you, because his oldest son's should be in high school by that time he's gonna want to focus on his kids.
Maybe
3 to 5. But Boston's the biggest loser in the trade deadline for absolutely not boosting their team in any
They didn't make any trade. Like they didn't do even, like anything minor even. Like they have a bunch of dead money on their roster that they could have flipped around. Like Jonas Jerebko is making a bunch of money. You could have like traded him for like a young player who can help you right now. Like Brandon Knight. If they traded for Brandon Knight.
Yeah. He played it too.
You could come off your bench.
Like,
who's coming off their bench now? I mean, Marcus Smart's not really a scorer. He's more of a defensive player. I mean, he can score a little bit, but... And then you got Avery Bradley, who's more of a defensive player. I mean, Brandon Knight would have been a nice ad. And then Sacramento for getting basically nothing for DeMarcus Cousins.
And for, part of me wants to say the Lakers, because they could have had DeMarcus Cousins. But Mitch Kupchak, and
Do you think those guys got fired because of that deal?
It was the tip of the iceberg. Like it was the icing on the cake. It was every synonym you could possibly think of for those phrases I just said. And it's not the fact that they didn't make the trade. It's the fact that they didn't let Jeannie Buss, who owns the team, know that they were in talks with Sacramento about that trade. They kept her in the dark.
And, it literally, you could have traded Jordan Clarkson.
And Brandon Ingram ain't got...
No. We don't even have... They didn't even have to give up Brandon Ingram. They could have kept him.
Sacramento was asking for Brandon Ingram.
But based on what they got back from New Orleans, they were obviously... They could have...
That's two different teams.
They could have taken Brandon... They could have gotten Jordan Clarkson. You give him Jordan Clarkson, be like, hey, we'll give you Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr. Which would have been a better package than what they got from New Orleans.
I'm telling you, Sacramento was asking for Brandon.
That's also because the Lakers don't have control of their pick this season, so they can't trade it.
And they were asking for Brandon Ingram.
So Brandon Ingram and Jordan Clarkson,
and maybe Larry. Like I don't know who else was in a part of that deal, that package, but Ingram was the big name in the package. And Sacramento wanted Ingram, and they would have gave the Lakers Boogie Cousins for Ingram and some other players. And Kupchak and Jim Buss said no, and didn't tell Jeannie about it. Now, if Jeannie would have known, would she have pulled the trigger on the trade? I don't know. Maybe. I can't speak for Jeannie Buss. But at the same time, it's the fact that y'all kept her in the dark about this, and y'all could have had the second or best. First or second best big man in the league, depending on who you think is better or worse than him. And you could have had a front court of him and Julius Randle for the next decade.
I don't know about decade, because Demarcus Cousins is a free agent next summer. There's no guarantee he was going to resign.
There's no guarantee he's going to resign in New Orleans.
Yeah, I know, but they didn't give him nothing.
Doesn't matter.
They didn't give up anything. Like, they gave up nothing. Like, literally nothing. Like, they could have got, like, I can't. This is what I'm talking about. Like we talked about this last week. They literally got nothing for him. Nothing.
It's not my problem.
Buddy Hield.
Not my problem.
And a non-lottery first-round pick.
Not my problem.
And Tyreek Evans. Like, and they give up Omri Caspi too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not my problem.
All right, storylines for the remainder of the season. What kind of stuff are you interested in seeing?
Well, it's basically like the same old. Can anyone beat who we projecting to see in the finals? And
No.
In the East, ain't nobody beating Cleveland, and in the West, the Warriors have a better chance at getting beat than Cleveland do.
No way.
Yeah, they do.
No way.
They actually do.
I don't. I think.
I'm not saying they're gonna get beat.
No.
I'm just saying they have a better chance at getting beat. On a scale of 1 to 10, they got like a 2.
Okay, so let's go through a couple of these teams out west. There's a scale of 1 to 10. Who do you like? Giving them a chance to beat the Warriors. So let's go with like Denver.
0.
New Orleans.
1.
Oklahoma City.
0.
Houston.
Okay, I might go higher than 2 for Houston. I actually would give Houston like a 5.
I'll give them a 5 too. I really like Houston's team. I think their roster's nice. San Antonio.
5, 6. You give them a 2? You give them a 2?
Yeah, I just don't think they got the. I don't think they have like the.
Wow. Oh.
They don't got the legs to get it done. I just think that team is too young and too athletic, and Marcus Aldridge just can't be chasing around Kevin Durant if they play.
He won't even guard Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but if they put Kevin Durant at the 5,
they wouldn't dare put Kevin Durant at the 5.
They could though.
But they won't.
He's 7 feet tall.
But he's like a twig compared to LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, they could just switch somebody else out.
That's why they put Draymond Green at the 5.
Either way, like I don't think LaMarcus Aldridge should be chasing those people around defensively.
He's gonna guard Draymond Green.
Yeah.
Draymond Green doesn't do a lot of running.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he does. He runs around.
He just sets a lot of screens, and he does a lot of pick and pops.
And then you have LaMarcus Aldridge switching on to like Steph Curry or Klay Thompson or Kevin Durant. That's not good.
No, you put Patty Mills in because Tony Parker's old, and Patty Mills, for whatever reason, is like the Energizer Bunny. That guy just never stops moving. I'm not saying he's a good defender, but if anyone has the stamina and the energy to chase around with Steph Curry on the Spurs, it is Patty Mills.
Okay, fair enough. Energy is a big part of playing defense. So.
And if any coach can figure out a way to beat the Warriors, I would have no problem putting my money down on Greg Popovich on finding a way to beat the Warriors.
Okay, well, I'll give you that, but I just don't think they have the roster to do it. I think Kawhi Leonard, he's like their only. I love LaMarcus Aldridge, but I don't think he's the elite player that he used to be in Portland.
And leave it to Pop to find out to use everyone on his bench.
I do like Jonathan Simmons a lot.
Like leave it to Pop to find a way to find like some viable use out of all 12 people on his bench.
Iman Ginobili is probably this is the last season.
Yeah, this
This is it for Manu.
This has been it for Manu for like 5 years now.
He missed those layups, those free throws in that playoff game, and a couple seasons ago, they basically cost them the title.
But truth be told, outside of Houston and San Antonio, no other team.
The Clippers,
no
zero.
No other team in the West poses a legit threat to Golden State. Like if they go, like if the Pelicans make the playoffs, get that 8th spot. Like they can rough them up a little bit, especially down low because
they've lost both games since they got them.
Well, it's still early.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, but they gotta start winning games now. I mean, they're like 3 games back at Denver. At least 3.
At least 3. Now after tonight.
Yeah.
All right. You don't have to look it up. I'll take your word for it.
Because Denver's got the 8th spot right now, and they're like and then there's a team between them. I think Portland's still in the mix.
And they just got Dame Dollar back tonight. I think.
Was he hurt?
I think he was.
I don't think so. Pretty sure he played.
He's been in and out a lot this year.
That's probably why he wasn't an All-Star. Yeah. He's been hurt too much. Their team isn't that good.
And on the other side, LeBron is playing a lot of minutes, but at the same time, it's LeBron. I legit think LeBron is on like steroids or something.
Oh, let's not make wild accusations here.
I'm joking. All right, calm down.
He's on the special sauce from Michael Dad Space Jam. You know, he's drinking the
Michael's secret stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just curious to go like, how do you go this long in your career without having a major injury of some sort? Like.
He's a machine.
Like Kobe was like one of the best at taking care of his body.
But he didn't get really like until the end.
But like, even during his career, he still had some type of injury where he had to miss some time. Like
what?
Like the
hand.
The hand.
He missed like 1 game.
Okay,
and you could those are like fluke injuries. Like you could jam a finger and like break it.
I don't think Kobe's was jammed. Like he after he messed up that one finger, like he wore tape. Like he wrapped that.
I know. I remember.
For the rest of like his playing career. I don't even know when he hurt the finger to begin with. Like.
And then like he tore his Achilles, like he shot some free throws and then
just walked off. Like LeBron catches a cramp, he has to be carried off.
Rudy Gay tears his Achilles, he got to get carried off. That's usually how players react when they get very injured. Like they don't just shoot free throws and then walk off.
Like Kobe just like I'll hit these 2 free throws and just walk off. Well, like Boston, I think Boston poses the only real major threat.
I like Washington. I like the roster. I think they have. I think they have the firepower to get it done, if it comes down to it.
You think they could beat them?
Yeah, I think
Think that the Wizards could beat.
I think if I had to pick a team that poses the biggest threat to who, I think it's the Wizards.
I think that's the most slept on pick. Like.
I think they got John Wall, Bradley Beal. They can both play. Kelly Oubre's coming around. Otto Porter.
Both finally healthy. Bradley Beal and John Wall are both healthy.
Otto Porter's a nice player. And they got
Markieff Morris.
Yeah, and they got Gortat. And they traded for the guy from Brooklyn, Bogdanovich. Yeah, who can really shoot it. Yeah.
Didn't they get somebody else?
No.
Out of that? No?
I don't think so.
That's not important. I
don't really understand this no once in a while pick. Trade. Doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know. I mean, because of how weak the East is, it's like that's the main reason why I say Cleveland. No one poses a legitimate threat to Cleveland because everybody else in the conference it's just so weak. It's not even funny anymore. It's just downright embarrassing. And even if you look at the Cavs, like in their record, like if you used to put them in the West, they're a middle of the pack team.
But that's also
like they're a middle of the pack team. They're literally like a 5 seed in the West right now. So it's like
they might
be a top 4. Like I don't know.
But the thing is, you got to think like they may not even be that good because they benefit from the fact that they play in a weak division. Like they play these teams
a weak conference.
Yeah. So you put them out West where they had to play. Let's say they put them in the conference with like Houston and San Antonio and Memphis, all in the same conference. Like you have to play those teams like 6 times a season or whatever it is, 4 whatever. You're gonna have a lot of losses. Like you're not gonna win every game.
And not to mention, like, being in the East, like, every city is close to each other. Like, as opposed to being in the West, you got to travel usually farther to get to where you need to go. And, like...
So I was watching I listened to the True Hoop podcast a lot, and they were talking about that guy from Denver, Jokic. Yeah. I guess him and his two brothers would drive to every game that they could, because he was afraid of flying.
Oh, God.
Last season. Yeah, but like even the drive to like Portland to Utah is like through the mountains. like it's not an easy drive. Like
no. Well, I'm all like I understand. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm not knocking LeBron's greatness or anything like that. But when people say like he's played, like he's gonna be playing in his 7th straight final, this, that, and the other, and I'm all like, dude. Look at this division, like look at this conference he plays in, and I'm all like, they like, well, Jordan never did it. Yeah, but Jordan faced way tougher competition. Everyone in the '90s back then knew that the Bulls were going to be there at the end of the day. But at the same time, it wasn't a cakewalk. The Knicks were good, the Hornets were good, the Hornets were good.
They're decent.
That Larry Johnson team with Muggsy Bogues and Alonzo Mourning, that team, like that was.
All right, I mean Miami was pretty good too.
Miami, it wasn't a cakewalk. It wasn't a cakewalk.
Would you be surprised if the Cavs didn't sweep their way to the finals? If they didn't.
If they didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
I would be surprised if they lost a game in the playoffs. So.
This year?
Yeah.
As opposed to.
Because you could think about it, like they haven't had their whole their full starting lineup. I think it was played like 9 games together this season. Like they haven't had J.R. Smith, they haven't had Kevin Love. Like you take 2 players, like they're 2 starters off a team for like an entire season.
That's also probably why they didn't make any trades, because those 2 guys, J.R. Smith is closer to coming back than.
I think they're both pretty close. I think they could be both coming back like in a couple weeks.
I think they were going to come back like closer towards. Like,
and what did I tell you about Ben Simmons, by the way? Told you. He was never going to play. I was like, nope, he's never going to play this season. There's no point in playing him.
No point.
Bam. Lo and behold, not going to play.
They're just like, yeah, we're not gonna do anything. And B is not. He's
done too. His season's over.
So we're probably just gonna you're just gonna start you guys fresh next season.
We'll just tank and go back to trusting the process.
Process looked pretty good when he was playing.
So the meniscus and all the other injuries.
Process looked pretty good when he was playing. I'm not gonna start.
All right. Well, so what do you think about the Knicks? So the Knicks, didn't make a deal. So they're stuck with Carmelo, Derrick Rose.
Rose trade fell through with them in Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota didn't want to give up Ricky Rubio. Which I don't understand.
I don't understand that. I would give it.
But you think about it like this: if you're Minnesota, like you're not going anywhere this season. Why trade for Derrick Rose?
What I heard, and I think this came from Windhorst, was the trade fell through because they want to start leaning towards making Chris Dunn the primary point, and they can't really do that if they bring on someone like a Derrick Rose.
Well, I mean, they could. I don't understand why they were even like thinking about trading for him in the first place. Like, why?
I don't know.
Like, I'm not done with you yet, Derrick Rose. I'll show you.
I understand like the familiarity between the two, between Rose and Tibbs, but maybe somebody talked them out of it.
Yeah, but the other thing is like Derrick Rose is a free agent this summer.
Yeah,
so why would you trade for him?
Just go get him.
If you can just sign him, or you're gonna have to commit money to him next summer.
Just go get him.
Minnesota is probably still a season away from being really competitive. Like maybe next year they can make them. Maybe.
I would like because this is Tibbs' first season with them.
Yeah,
this is his first season with them, and I would like to see that team. I want to see what that team can do. Levine's gonna he should be back at some point. I don't know what. I don't think he's gonna be ready by the time the season starts.
He might be.
ACL 6 months, 6 to 8 months.
9 months, but I mean he tore it
6 to 9.
He tore it 2 months ago.
He's probably already started rehab.
Yeah. I mean he's already been under the knife. He's already probably rehabbing a little bit.
I mean at this point for the Knicks, back to the Knicks. Well, on the bright side, they mended fences with Charles Oakley, so we think then Charles Oakley came out and said what he said, so I don't think that's fixed in any way, shape, or form. That the way they made it seem like it was fixed.
That situation is still not good.
No, it's not. And
it's not going to resolve itself until like James Dolan sells the team.
I'm gonna need like James Dolan to be a man and fire Phil Jackson from his job because he's not good at it anymore.
I don't understand. Like I don't you basically bash Carmelo Anthony like every day, and then you can't trade him away, and then you're not and then he wins it. Like Carmelo Anthony's been
he's just been a model citizen throughout this whole process.
Man, I got a buddy of mine who like is trashing him like Carmelo Anthony like on the daily. Like I'm like, dude, like he's still the best player on the team. He's like, no, Derrick Rose, and like stop it. Like Carmelo Anthony is still their best player. Like he's a good player.
Like if you want to make the argument for Porzingis, go ahead.
No, Carmelo Anthony is their best player.
I said go ahead. You can try, but no, Carmelo Anthony hands down is their best player. Like this, like one of my frat brothers who graduated tried to tell me that Jokic on Denver is better than Carmelo. Like all because Jokic has a higher player efficiency rating. I'm all like, dude,
he's got like 2 triple doubles. He's got a 40-point. You know, like Carmelo Anthony has like a lot of 40-point games.
A lot of 40-point games. And he's like Melo has an ego. I'm all like, what are you talking about? The dude, he demanded the trade out of Denver. George Karl was his coach. And he pretty much ran the dude out. And that's why George Karl got fired shortly after that.
Guy won Coach of the Year and still got fired.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, you gotta pick some nobody that only like people who pay attention to basketball really know over Carmelo Anthony. Like, dude, like Jokic is a nobody compared to Carmelo Anthony.
I think the hate on Carmelo Anthony
it's completely unfair.
It's embarrassing. Carmelo Anthony is a bona fide. He's a big time scorer. Like that dude could really score. And like it's not his fault that he's played in like with LeBron basically his like the whole time with like LeBron has been in the league at the same time as him. And like when you compare him like other people in the draft, like you compare like his career with like Wade's and Bosch's and LeBron's, who were all drafted the same year.
Wade won before any of them.
But like so like when you look at those 4 players all in like a vacuum. Like he hasn't accomplished as much, like even close to as much as those. But he's never had the. He's been in the West, and
it's not his fault that 3 out of the 4 names you just named decided to team up and accomplish everything.
And it's not his fault that his contract wasn't up when they all were free agents, so he couldn't play with them.
Because the original plan was to get Melo in Miami.
Like
that was the original plan.
It's not his fault that he wasn't a free agent at the right time, so he wasn't able to get out of.
Like Melo pretty much won them the game last night, and I have another friend back home who said, "Yo, hey Melo got game," and I'm all like, and I tweeted back and I'm like, people say he's not a top 10 player, and then that's when my buddy came, like my friend was like, he's not though. I'm all like, come on man, really?
I think that's debatable.
Melo is a top 10 player in this league right now.
Go, top 10.
KD, Bron, Curry, Westbrook, Harden, Clay. No, not Clay. What is his name? Why am I drawing the blank? John Wall.
Okay.
I'm at 6.
Yeah.
John Wall. Kyrie 7. Melo 8. Jimmy.
Other.
Hey, look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing.
I'm trying to think of another Jimmy. I was like, you can't mean Butler.
Yes, I mean Jimmy Butler.
Like Jimmy. I'm like, I had to think. I'm like Jimmy. Like Jimmy.
Are you killing? And Clay
over Paul George?
Yeah.
Oh, come.
No, I'll take that. Switch Clay when I'll switch Clay with
You didn't even mention Anthony Davis. You didn't mention Kawhi Leonard. You didn't mention.
I just put Kawhi in there.
CP3.
No. CP3 is not top 10 anymore. He's still one of the best point guards.
I think I'm one of those borderline top 10 at this point in his career.
Do you see where I put him in? I put him at like the bottom half of the top 10.
I don't think he's in my top 10. I mean, LeBron, KD.
You can put AD up there, but
Anthony Davis, I guess, at 3.
You want to put Boogie in your top 10?
No.
Why would you not put Boogie in your top 10?
Oh, I hate him, dude.
If I had time to actually write it out and think about it, Boogie would probably be in my top 10.
No.
But Melo would still be in my top 10.
No. DeMarcus Cousins is too much
like you put
outside
me on
noise.
Like you put me on the spot right there, so
No, my bad. Yeah. no, DeMarcus Cousins is like he's like one technical away from being suspended every other game.
Well, he got a tech tonight.
Oh, so he's gonna get suspended.
But I don't think it was his fault. Like the look on his face.
Attack is attack. Like they don't like they may rescind it.
No,
but
but attack is attack. But at the same time, when you establish a rep that's like given to you, you just gonna be like, oh, that's DeMarcus Cousins. He's in some tech.
I think he's brought a lot of that on himself.
I would do that too if I played in Sacramento and wasn't winning.
Well, yeah, they draft a new center every year. They refuse to give you a point guard that can play or any other
And the one time they do give you one,
that's Rondo.
or Isaiah Thomas, and they trade him.
And they trade away Hassan Whiteside.
But yeah, I actually like Melo. I feel bad for the dude. Like he's so adamant on winning in New York, and the powers that be are not doing anything to help him accomplish.
Well, I mean, on the paper, they spent a lot of money on the roster.
And I said that at the beginning, before the season started. I'm all like, on paper, that team looks like it could be really, really good.
It's exactly the same thing as the Indiana team.
Like, and you said that. Like, I'm like, on paper, it looked like because like we started this, and it was me, you, Alex, and Derek, and you asked the question: is there any team in the West? I mean, not in the West, in the East. That could give the Cavs a run for their money, and I said y'all might laugh at me, but on paper, the Knicks look like they could do it because they had all the requisite pieces. They had all of it there, and I said Phil had to stay out and not try to do what he's doing right now in order for this team to be successful. And lo and behold, Phil's doing what he's doing right now, and the team's not winning.
I actually watched a lot of like What If with 2K stuff, but
on YouTube, right?
Yeah. And the Knicks make the playoffs in a lot of those like mocks, like where they like simulate the season. The Knicks are usually like in the playoffs, and they're usually like like in the finals.
The best one I saw was what if Derrick Rose didn't get hurt, and one of the the guy, I don't know if it's the same one that you listen to. Does the guy have like a British accent?
What's his YouTube name?
I did not see it.
Is it Mike something?
No, but the guy I listened to, he had like a sort of a like British or Australian accent, like that. And he said like even with Bron in Miami, like the Bulls win 2. Like they go to the finals and they win 2. Like they beat the Spurs in one of them, so. And like they win 2. We get at least 1, but he had them winning 2 for sure. But like the case. But it's like James Dolan has to fire Phil, and
I think that he has to hire some like outside consultant just to run his franchise for him. Like he should just like stay away from the team. Like he's not doing anything positive for the roster. Like he's breaking down like he's ruining like what could be a really good experience. Like you bring Phil Jackson in, like that should be a good experience.
Like you bring in Phil, and he can't even get free agents to sit down and have a meeting, like a dinner meeting with him.
Yeah, Kevin Durant's like, nah.
No, I'm like,
I'll do a Skype interview with you. Like
a phone, like you can't like a phone interview. Like, come on, man. Like,
and wasn't he in like the Hamiltons or
the Hamptons?
Yeah, wasn't he in? Isn't that in New York or New Jersey?
The Hamptons. That's no, because was he? I don't know where that's at.
I think it's in New Jersey.
Like he in the Hamptons, and Golden State and company flew to him. Like they went to him and said, "Hey man, we want you on this team." But the Knicks, it's just so much turmoil. So much turmoil. It's not even funny what was going on with them.
It's in New York.
It's in New York.
Yeah.
It's a resort in New York.
It's like it's right off Long Island.
Okay. Like, dude, he's right in your backyard. And
he wasn't even like, you can't, like, he wasn't even invited. He like, nah, I'm sorry, you can't come.
Like Tom Brady got a meeting with Kevin Durant over Phil Jackson. Tom Brady got a meeting.
He's the GOAT, dude.
He is the GOAT.
Yeah, of course he gets the meeting. He gets to do whatever he wants. When you're the GOAT, you do what you want.
Like, Tom Brady got to meet Kevin Durant over Phil Jackson. And I'm like, Phil, at this point, he wasn't able to deal him. Like, and he did it to himself because he was the one that gave Melo the no trade. Like, they gave Melo the no trade clause. So, in all actuality, Melo's not the problem. Because how can you say no? Like how can people get mad at him for not wanting to get traded?
Man, I would want to see if we can get out, void. I would want to get out of the contract and say, if you find a way to void the contract and become a free agent again, this summer.
Doesn't restructuring the contract go through everything like that?
No, I'm pretty sure that's not the way it works. You can't get rid of. I'm pretty sure when you're under contract, you have to you have to buy it out or something before you can renegotiate. They don't really renegotiate contracts in the NBA. Never heard of that before, at least. He'd have to buy out his deal and then restructure it some other way.
Well, Tim Duncan and Dirk, they've always restructured contracts so they can be able to sign.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they've done that a lot. They did that their whole careers actually. Tim Duncan really did that. He was good at restructuring his contract. Man.
Can existing contracts be renegotiated? Can be renegotiated after third anniversary? So
after 3 years?
After third seasons.
All right, so it can actually happen.
Only teams under the cap.
Are the Knicks over?
No.
The cap?
Yeah, they are.
They're over?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry. Never mind. Moving on. And going into the summer, and especially the draft and free agency usually starts in July.
Yeah.
I don't see them. I don't see them getting anybody in free agency.
Well, we went through it with
Ross.
With Ross, we went through with the potential free agents this summer, and we couldn't find one that would have been planning on leaving their team probably.
Nope.
That was franchise changing players.
And the only one that possibly could leave that is a player that caliber is Gordon Hayward. And there's only.
I don't think he's leaving Utah.
If he does leave, he ain't going to New York.
No, why would he? No, I don't think so. I think Boston or he stays in Utah.
That's it.
He's made himself a name for himself there in Utah. And
Dwayne Wade could opt out, and I don't know what that means.
He's gonna opt out.
If he could go to New York.
Why
would you go to New York?
Well, what would that do for what would that?
What would that do for him?
No, the Knicks.
What would that do for the Knicks?
Adding an aging Dwayne Wade.
Who knows, man? Wade still, he got some left.
Yesterday, you could have had a triple double, but
yeah, I saw Felicio. Apparently, Felicio didn't know that he was one rebound away from a triple double. But Jimmy Butler got his. So.
Yeah, that's great. Rondo played pretty good last night too.
Rondo did play pretty good, and Cameron Payne scored a bucket.
Yeah, all right. That's
and
what
Anthony Morrow got yelled, and another Bulls player that gets traded got yelled at for trying to wear number 1.
What numbers is he wearing?
Anthony Morrow, I think 11.
So he took Garment's old number. Let's move on to the NFL. So we have the quarterback carousel. They've been talking a lot, and so we have some big names that we think are going to be moving. Let's start with the Chicago one, the one that we want to talk about, I guess.
No, I didn't put him first because
I know, I understand. It's just Yeah. Jay Cutler.
Jay Cuddy in the clutch.
Is there any chance he comes back to the Bears? Is he going to be back?
I think they've made it public that he's not coming back.
So Jay Cutler, can you name 20 quarterbacks that you think are more talented than Jay Cutler? 20.
20? No. Talent-wise, skill-wise, he
circles all the boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this part.
I think it's his mentality. Where could he go? What if he ended up in New York?
That would be. I think that would be a nice fit for him.
And then have Brandon Marshall there.
And Forte.
Yeah. I'm sure they all have great things to say about the Jay Cutler.
They have. And Brandon Marshall was on First Take talking about I'm retiring from critiquing quarterbacks. I'm all like, dude, it's not your fault that you played with Fitzpatrick for the last 2 years.
Fitzmagic.
If you had stop it. Stop.
I love that that nickname, dude.
Stop. I'm gonna like yank your beard off like you said. No. Like he could go he can go to he can go to New York.
San Fran?
He can go to San Fran. Like they have to get him
A wide receiver?
They have to get him some weapons.
Some wide receiver? Somebody.
Jacksonville, because Blake Bortles is not.
So Tom Coughlin won't commit to him being the starter, but I think that's just talk.
It's Tom Coughlin.
Yeah, I think it's just.
This is the same guy.
I don't have anybody else there.
Same
really.
guy that gave Eli Manning chance after chance after chance after chance after chance.
He won 2 rings.
And banked twice.
But
he got lucky.
Blake Bortles, they don't have anybody to compete with him, so he's gonna be the starter, more than likely.
You remember your whole Tannehill for Cutler thing?
That would have been fun.
With Gase.
Yeah.
Miami now.
Yeah. What about? Let's still make that happen. We get Ryan Tannehill. No, we won't have to draft a quarterback. We have Ryan Tannehill.
What if Cutler goes to Houston?
Well, they have a really good offensive line, and they have weapons to throw to. Will Fuller, Hopkins. They got Lamar Miller
in the back, and who's their? No, they had to get a better tight end.
Their tight end is
Fedorowicz.
Yeah, Fedorowicz.
Who's a solid?
He's all right.
He's all right.
They have another one too. His name is escaping me right now. Graham, I think his last name is.
Graham.
Yeah, something like that.
In relation to Jimmy Graham?
No,
no,
not at all. All right, Tony Romo. What if he ended up in Chicago?
I would hate it.
I would hate it too, but I have a buddy who's a big Cowboys fan. I hung out with him over the weekend, and he's talking about, oh yeah, you guys could get Tony Romo. I'm like, no.
Truth be told, it would be going from bad to worse if we get Tony Romo.
So we get an accident-prone quarterback who's injured all the time. So we have Jay Cutler, right? He's accident-prone, but at least he doesn't get injured all the time. And then we replace him with Tony Romo, who's accident-prone and injury-prone, and we don't have the offensive line that Dallas has. Can you imagine Tony Romo back then?
How many times have I said this? Like Dallas has had the best O-line the past three seasons. He's gotten hurt all 3 seasons, and all 3 injuries have been season-ending injuries. Outside, and people bank on his 2014 year, and it's like
he had DeMarco Murray.
He handed the ball to DeMarco Murray
250 times.
Literally what they did this year, they did in 2014. Mirror image of what they did, except they won one playoff game.
Yeah, I don't know. Tony Romo, I could see him ending up in Denver.
I could see him in Houston. Houston is the best fit for him.
I think Denver would be a better fit.
Think so?
Yeah. It's close though. I think 1A, 1B.
1A, 1B.
I think Tony Romo would be a nice stopgap in between him and that guy they drafted out of Memphis.
Paxton?
Yeah.
Paxton Lynch.
What are they doing with him? What's happening with him?
Well, he's not ready yet.
When will he be?
It's on John Elway. Talk to John Elway.
Get him on the phone. Colin Kaepernick. I can't. Where is he gonna go? What is his market even? Because let's put aside the off the field stuff. But there were some games where he wasn't very good.
But there were also
and he can't play in the snow or anywhere where it's cold.
But that you said about a lot of quarterbacks.
Okay, well, but especially Colin Kaepernick. The first time he ever played in the snow, what do you have? It would go for 0-for-5 with zero completions.
This is also a guy who grew up he grew up a Packers fan. I legit think he's originally from this region.
No, he can't be. Because he said the first time he ever played in the snow was that game against the Bears. If you grew up in this area, there's no way you didn't play in the snow.
Well, he didn't grow up out here long. Because remember, he's adopted.
Let's find out.
He's adopted.
Let's see. Where did you grow up, Colin Kaepernick? I think he grew up in California somewhere. Oh shit, he is from Milwaukee.
Duh.
But yeah, he went to high school in California.
I told you he didn't stay out here long.
Yeah, he went to.
My man's is adopted.
Okay, so yeah, he was born in. Okay. Well, I didn't know that, but anyways, where is he gonna play?
I wouldn't be opposed. Even though he had one bad game, everyone has a bad game in the snow. Everybody. Even Jay Cutler's had a few bad games in the snow.
He's had a few bad games all over the place.
Like Russell Wilson absolutely stunk up the field in Green Bay early. He threw like 6 picks.
Yeah.
3 were legit, and the other 3 like hit his receiver in the hands and were tip picks. And Wilson has played in Seattle his whole career. He gets pretty damn cold in Seattle. It also snows in Seattle.
Okay, well, I mean, Colin Kaepernick's not Russell Wilson.
Those two have had some like.
I realize,
Kaepernick is like one of Kaepernick's best game was that NFC Championship in Seattle. Pretty sure it was pretty cold in that in that NFC Championship. So for him to say, like for people to say he can't play in the cold is false.
Snow. Couldn't play in the snow. He's played in the cold, just not in the snow.
Okay, he had one bad game in the snow. And he had no one to play with.
That's true.
Give him something to. I've said this.
I don't
give
think
him something to work with.
I don't think he's gonna end up in Chicago.
Give the guy something.
It wouldn't bother me if he did end up there. I just don't think that's gonna happen. I'd rather see the next guy end up in Chicago.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
Give the guy and another dude same with him. Give him somebody to work with. Sammy Watkins keep getting hurt, and it's like the same injury year in and year out.
I think that running game was awesome with him and LaShawn McCoy. Man, they should keep Tyrod Taylor. He can play.
Well, Rex Ryan ain't there no more, so they just might.
I don't think so. I think they made a big mess of that whole thing. I think they're gonna release him because they don't want to pay him the cap bonus.
There's bad blood on the Bills' part.
Yeah. I think they have no choice now. They have to release him.
Yeah.
I mean, he could end up in the 49ers.
Tyrod to San Fran.
Yeah, I mean, give him Carlos Hyde. They were throwing some fantasy trades, and I guess Carlos Hyde from San Fran was traded for a quarterback. His name is escaping me right now. Jimmy Garoppolo? No.
Not important. I forgot to add Jimmy. Well, we can add him. We can talk to him now. It might have been Jimmy.
No, it wasn't. I can't remember who it is, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But, who was it?
Not important. Move on.
Oh, it's gonna bother me. Blake Bortles, maybe?
Not important.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. But, Colin Kaepernick, I don't know. I'm sure he's still good enough to start in a lot of places. I can't find an obvious place for him to go.
Nope. Somebody gonna take a chance on him.
Totally agree. I think he's earned that. He went to 2 NFC title games. He went to a Super Bowl.
Back.
And
was one throw away from going back to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick can really
and almost won a Super Bowl.
Colin Kaepernick's good. Tyrod Taylor is interesting because I think he's really talented. I think he's getting a super raw deal in Buffalo. The problem with him is he's another one. There's no obvious place for him to go.
Outside of maybe one.
What?
Which is here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know if that. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they're going to commit because Tyrod Taylor's going to. I think he's earned himself an opportunity to get some real money. And I don't think the Bears are going to commit.
And with a new staff coming in Buffalo, maybe he stays in Buffalo. He's proven that he deserves that job too. Maybe he stays.
I don't think so. I'd be shocked if he was there again next. Kirk Cousins. I would be shocked too if he's leaves
in the Washington.
Yeah, I heard his name with the 49ers kind of thrown around a little bit. I think actually Kirk Cousins was the trade for Carlos Hyde. Now that I'm thinking about it. So yeah, Carlos Hyde goes to Washington and they get Kirk Cousins.
If I'm Washington,
and they let Colt McCoy start. Yeah, that's what I think it was Dave Damashek who was talking about that trade.
If I'm Washington, I pay this man. What more do you want him to do?
I don't for me. I don't know if you because if they franchise tag him and then some team tries to trade him, the price is for 2 first-round picks, and I'm not giving up 2 first-round picks for Kirk Cousins. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I think he's going to end up back in Washington. 49ers is a distant second.
And the tag price for him has
$22 million, $24 million.
$24 million now.
Guaranteed money.
What does this guy have to do for you to pay him his money?
I almost would because I almost wouldn't mind getting tagged every single season. you're getting a ton of money. A ton. Of guaranteed money that other players are not getting in the NFL.
But at the same time, if you get hurt,
yeah, I realize that.
You lose the risk of getting more money in the future.
Yeah.
Like, you lose.
I mean, it's a big risk, but you're getting that money up front, which kind of makes it, makes up for it. And then Fitzpatrick.
But the term is a long-term guaranteed contract. That's the goal.
Yeah, obviously. But I don't think Washington really wants to commit to him because he hasn't really won. Like, I mean, they've been productive. Their defense has been pretty terrible, but their offense has been awesome. But it hasn't really translated into a whole lot of winning, like playoff game wise.
Well, playoffs is the time when the defense has to step up, and Kirk Cousins
he doesn't play defense.
He doesn't play defense.
He's not lining up as linebacker for them. Fitzpatrick, I think he might have to retire.
Yeah, go back to Harvard.
I don't think he's got I can't find anywhere to go.
Go coach high school football or something, dude.
I think you
pulling Brett Favre.
I think you ran out your welcome in the NFL.
I don't know who gave
you held out and then you were terrible.
You didn't help your case at all. There's nothing you can do to you're done. Go away for a long time.
Yeah, I think retirement is what to Fitzpatrick. He's got 5 kids. He's sure he's got other things.
Christ.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got other things he needs to do. All right, let's move on to these draft picks. So we're going to preview 11 through 15. What do I do with that draft picks? So 11 through 15. All right, here we go. All right, so 11 is held by the Saints. Most of them have him taking some sort of defensive player.
Hey, take a look. I'm mapping out our entire...
We don't care.
Yeah. So we have all these mocks have them taking a defensive player. Reuben Foster, Des Tabor, the cornerback out of Florida, and this defensive end from Tennessee, Derek Barnett. I guess I don't care who they take as long as it's something defensive.
Yeah, Chad Ruder has been taking Reuben Foster.
Yeah, Reuben Foster's a good player. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll be surprised, I guess, if he's still here at 11. All these other ones have him going earlier than that.
Looking at the 4x4 or something.
Yeah. For CBS.
I'm looking at NFL.com. Yeah, Reuben Foster.
And then at 12, the Browns are picking again. They got this for the Philadelphia pick. I think this would be the place if you're going to trade
a pick.
Yeah, for a legitimate starting quarterback, that maybe, because I have a couple of them taking Deshaun Kaiser. They have this guy take Patrick Mahomes from Texas Tech.
I like Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, but a top 12 pick? No.
What are you saying no for? What he's going to the combine. Look what he does. Look what he does at the combine.
I think this would be a super reach.
How so? What makes him any different than Mitch Trubisky?
Nothing. I think Mitch Trubisky should go. If this were any other year, I think there'd be no quarterbacks in the first round. But the fact that all these teams have need, it's going to force.
We've seen Patrick Mahomes. At least I've seen Patrick Mahomes. I don't know about you, but none of us have seen Mitch Trubisky. Nobody's even heard of the dude.
2-year starter.
Until this. He has more games under his belt than Trubisky.
Yeah, he started 2 seasons. He also was drafted as a baseball player in 2004.
And he chose football. Smart man. Or not so smart, depending on how you look at it.
He sprained the MCL on his left knee. He had multiple shoulder injuries, including an AC joint sprain in his throwing shoulder. Injured his left wrist. Required surgery.
He'd be fine.
It's a lot of injury.
He'll be fine.
Threw for 819 yards one game. Wow.
Against Oklahoma.
Jeez, that's a lot. All right, fair enough. Okay. I don't know. I think even Deshaun Kaiser is a little bit. I don't know if I would take him at 12.
No.
I think he's very raw, and I think he needs
Do you think Cleveland trades this pick to New England for Jimmy Garoppolo?
No, I think if they do anything, then maybe they'll try to trade 33.
33rd overall pick.
Yeah, that first round pick in the second round. I think that would be smarter.
Yeah, Ruther has Watson going to Cleveland with the 12th pick.
See, I wouldn't have a bigger problem with that, because I think he's more polished. I think he's more NFL ready than either of these two guys.
Well, he has 30 starts.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. But
with a national title under his belt.
And then you move on to Arizona at 13. Like, everybody's got them taking a wide receiver. They need Larry Fitzgerald. This is his last season. Michael Floyd's gone now, and the other two guys, John Brown, and the other
they're
Brown.
They're both named Brown.
Yeah, the Brown brothers haven't really worked out.
I don't think brothers,
they ain't brothers, but
Ruther has Kaiser going to
Arizona. I mean, Carson Palmer is probably in his last season too. But speaking of which, if Carson Palmer had decided to hang it up, I think that would have been a perfect place for Jay Cutler to end up.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's warm.
Big arm quarterback who likes to throw it around the yards. It's perfect for Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
He likes them.
Saw what he did with Andrew Luck.
Yeah, or what he does with Carson Palmer.
Or tries to do.
Yeah, I mean they were pretty good last season or 2 seasons ago.
Carson Palmer's he got old really quick. He got old really quick here.
And then we move on to the Colts.
14.
Yeah, 14 to the Colts. They need a pass rusher. I mean, they got Rasheed Mathis just retired, so I don't know. And they lost that other linebacker too.
Jarrell Freeman.
Yeah, not Jarrell Freeman. No, the other guy. The guy that was on the Browns.
There was another guy.
Yeah, he was on the Browns and he just retired. I guess it doesn't matter. He just retired, so he's not going to be playing anymore.
Takarist McKinley.
Yeah, outside linebacker, UCLA.
Derek Bennett, Barnett.
Leonard Fournette.
Ruler has Christian McCaffrey.
Interesting.
Interesting, very interesting.
Frank Gore's not going to play forever. So.
No. Who's that? Can you move it over to see who the other guy has?
They have Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
2 Dalvin Cooks.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to Philly.
Philly's got a bunch of needs. They need a cornerback. They need another wide receiver. On the other side, Jordan Matthews.
Yeah, because Nelson Aguilar ain't.
Yeah, no, and the other guy they got Gorel Bean Beckham.
Oh, Dorial Green Beckham.
He's a project too.
But I think you still work. He's a big body. You can't teach 6'5".
No, I totally agree. I'm surprised the Tennessee just kind of threw in the towel on him so early.
Yeah, what is wrong with you guys?
They really believe in Tajay Sharp.
I don't know why. But Charles Ruler has Corey Davis from Western Michigan going to Philly.
I also think this is interesting too.
Oh, Ramchek?
Yeah, because
O-line?
Jason Peters is getting old. Is Jason Peters a Hall of Famer?
Maybe.
I think he is a Hall of Famer.
Nick Mangold's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he just retired too. No, he retired.
He just got released.
Pretty sure he retired too. Why would you release him?
Because it's the Jets.
They hate everybody.
They hate everybody.
All right. Well, next week we'll go through 16 through 20. Some interesting Denver's in that mix. Buccaneers, Tennessee, Washington,
and
Baltimore. Yeah.
See what they need.
Wide receiver. Because now that Steve Smith is retired.
Steve Smith is gone.
Who they got? The guy that can't stay healthy ever. His name is escaping me right now. And other than that, I mean, they got they got Mike Wallace, who might be a free agent. Probably. He's probably not going to be back there next season. All right, so let's move on to the NCAA, and we'll talk a little bit more of this NBA beef that's been going on. So Gonzaga, how did you lose to BYU?
Jimmy Fredette wasn't walking through the door either.
You sound like Amino Hassan. That's just like his thing. He talks about people walking through the door. Who's not going to be walking through the door?
For Gonzaga, Adam Morrison wasn't walking through that door.
But so this is they're still a 1 seed, right?
John Stockton's son wasn't walking through the door. They probably are a 1 seed. Still 1 seed.
And they only got 1 loss, and every other team has been fairly underwhelming, except for Kansas has been really good lately, and North Carolina's been awesome lately too. And UCLA.
And UCLA.
So like, would you make it so like, are those the number one seeds? North Carolina, UCLA, Kansas, Gonzaga.
See, the way I see it, college basketball, the selection committee is another one of those good old boy clubs. And we got a lot of thoroughbreds that's going to make it to this tournament. Old thoroughbreds, the Kansases, the Dukes of the world, the North Carolinas of the world. The UCLA, they back in the fray now. It's been a while since UCLA has been
this good.
I
mean, they've been good in other seasons, but this good.
So, and truth be told, UCLA, like, and of course you can't forget Kentucky. Like, they're not as good as they.
Louisville, even though they just got beat by North Carolina.
Yeah, the selection committee is a part is another good old boy committee, good old boy club.
Yeah, but a lot more teams get in, so I don't know if they're like the same.
But we're not talking about getting in. We're talking about
one seeds.
I'm pretty sure Kansas is gonna get a 1 seed.
Well, they've earned it.
Pretty sure, like, whoever wins the ACC,
North Carolina.
It might come down. It might come down between Duke, North Carolina, and Louisville. One of them gonna be a 1 seed if they win the ACC.
And then UCLA,
possible 1 seed.
And then it's like the other ones, Kentucky or
whoever.
Or Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga's a lock for a 1 seed. I don't think there's any way that they don't become a 1 seed.
Especially if it's just their first loss.
Yeah. So I think for sure that's definitely going to be something that happens. I don't think the loss means a whole lot. Like, I think it's pretty irrelevant in big picture.
But also,
it also takes a lot of pressure off them to not have to try to finish an undefeated season.
It also kind of laments to what I've been saying the whole time. Like, they don't play anybody, and when they finally do play competition that's better than what they normally face, they don't accomplish anything. BYU was probably better than any team they play in that conference.
Probably, but I think also get that pressure off of like trying to be undefeated for an entire season. I think it's good to lose a game before you go.
Do you think that's why Kentucky, when they were trying to go perfect?
No, I don't think that.
You think the pressure of being perfect?
No, I think they got beat by a better team that one night. That one day, yeah, I think that one. You do that same matchup 3 more times. I think Kentucky wins all 3 times. I think they just had one night where.
You think on the women's side, you think the UConn women of winning 100 plus?
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna lose ever again.
You don't think?
Shooter Orium is gonna retire before they lose a game.
You don't think the pressure of keeping that streak?
No, it's not like but this is not like one season. Like this is
multiple.
This is basically 3 seasons they haven't lost. So like after you get through the first season, you're probably okay, well, one season.
I don't know if you were watching ESPN or something, like they posed a question like with UConn women being this dominant, is that a problem for women's college basketball? Because we rarely talk about it because it's like a foregone conclusion. Like, we already know UConn's gonna be there, and not only are they gonna be there, they're gonna win. Like, they're gonna win the whole thing. They're on their way to 11 national.
I do think it's a problem, but what can you do?
I mean,
I do think that the publicity they gain from UConn being so good is good for the sport too.
And what makes it even better, UConn, their recruiting class wasn't even that great. They didn't. I don't even think they had a top 10 recruiting class.
And it's not like when most of the teams when they have these winning streaks, it's because they're not playing good competition. Like UConn's schedules, they want to lose games. They're we're gonna make our schedule super difficult. We're gonna play the Stanfords of the world. We're gonna be playing these teams. We're gonna try to lose a game, and they just can't.
It also helps that the Big East, outside of Notre Dame, and maybe Louisville, is relative.
Louisville's in the ACC.
Oh yeah, you're right. I take that back. I'm sorry.
So is Syracuse.
I said
UConn is in the
Big East. With Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So outside of Notre Dame, they really in their conference, they really don't face a team that's worth losing sleep over.
But they're out of conference usually because it was pretty difficult.
Oh, definitely. But Gino Auriemma, Rebecca Lobo went into like how he runs his practice, and he runs his practice just like it's a game. Like he has his starters go, and like he has them do a lot of situations. So like he'll have them in the fourth quarter because they play quarters on the women's side. They have them. It'd be the fourth quarter. They'll be down by, let's say 8 or 10. With like,
when does that ever happen?
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen often, but he wants them to be ready for it in case.
How do you simulate those kind of situations?
All right, so what he does is he has them down by like 8 or 10 points with like 2.5 minutes to go in the fourth. And when he sees that his starters are like making that run to like when they cut the lead to like 2, he'll tell the people that are working the scoreboard, give them like bump the lead back up to like 6 or 8. And he just has them keep doing it over and over.
Who's the opposing team? Like
the other people on the team.
Oh, so they basically have this like
it's their practice.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Because think about like.
But I think it's hard to simulate stuff. I don't know. Tough to simulate stuff like that because you're playing against your own players.
But all those other players are really good players.
No, I understand.
But
I don't think, like, if you were trying to do something like that in the NBA, I don't think it would work. Because you don't have a bench full of players that are like
that.
Yeah.
No.
Good enough to have an 8-point lead in the first place. like it's your starting players.
And what makes it great for him, some of those players on his bench are starters at other schools.
Could be
starters at other schools. So and people were talking about like this is it's like some people are actually like internet trolls are knocking this like it's women's sports. It's not that impressive. I'm like, to win 100+ games.
It's really impressive.
It's pretty damn impressive.
You basically have to win out for 3 straight seasons. Nobody in college basketball can even make it through. In men's basketball, can even make it through one. They can even make it through one season, let alone 3.
And Baylor, they were the only people to go. I think they're the only team in recent memory to go perfect on the women's side because Brittany Griner's senior, and they went 40-0. Like they won every regular season game and every game in the tournament, including the national title, and they went 40-0. Now, has UConn ever gone 40-0? Like maybe like during this recent 3, but this was Baylor's 40-0 was before.
Yeah. This 100 started. Brittany Griner's been in the WNBA for like 3
years now.
Yeah.
And like, and it got me thinking more like, but like, even though like this is impressive, like it's not the most impressive win streak because De La Salle High School in California, they won 150+ high school football games.
Is that the school that Carson Wentz went to?
De La Salle?
Yeah, I think that's the school he went to.
A lot of football players came out of De La Salle.
I think Carson Wentz went there.
I'll Google it, but but anyway, back to.
Oh no, he went to North Dakota State has a crazy win streak too that they just lost.
Oh yeah, it was FCS championships. They won like 4 straight FCS.
I think they had a win streak too, like a win streak also attached to it.
Maybe, but the more impressive one was the 4 straight FCS championships because it's hard. Like in any professional or collegiate anything, it's hard to win. It's hard to get a win streak and keep it going. Even if
in this 100 winning 100 games, you think that you would take an opponent for granted one night and you just lose a game.
But he doesn't let them do that. That is the greatness of Gino Auriemma. He doesn't let them do it.
I think they're gonna win until they basically don't want to. I can't stand them losing another game.
If you're Gino Auriemma, what's left for you to win? He was actually gonna take a coaching job on the men's side, and I think his daughter talked him out of it.
I think if you're the top of the UConn, you just stay there and
stay there?
Yeah, I mean when you're like a god there.
Kind of not like you are.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Gino Auriemma walking around the campus of UConn, be like, hey, he walks into like a Ladina Hall or something, he ain't gotta pay. He just walk in, get what he want. The
whole state, they see him in the whole state. He goes anywhere in the whole state. You're good.
You gonna get an oil change? This is on the house.
You go to see a movie. You're like, this movie's for free.
This movie's free. Popcorn's on us. Or better yet, he want to bring in snacks. Man, you can bring in whatever you want.
You want to bring in a buffet? Full service buffet? You go right ahead.
You go right ahead, you know.
You want to get hibachi in here? Go right ahead.
We'll cook it for you in the corner. Matter of fact, we can put you up where they roll the movie at, so you ain't gotta be disturbed.
Yeah, we give you like a whole bed to watch the movie in. So you ultimate comfort.
Like reclining chair. No, bro, you get this bed.
We brought it special for you. Let's move on to some of this old school, new school beef in the NBA that's been going on lately. It's kind of started with the JaVale McGee Shaq. Well, I guess LeBron.
It started with Bron and Chuck.
Yeah, but I think the JaVale McGee one is. The JaVale McGee and Shaq one is really interesting. You know, like the Warriors are looking to hire like an outside consultant group to like mediate that relationship.
I'm like, one, that's soft. That is so soft. Like that is soft squared. Like
yeah.
Like that is so soft. And two, the fact that I'm actually disappointed in Shaq. I'm not disappointed in him for responding. I wouldn't expect him not to respond. But I'm disappointed in who he's responding to.
Yeah, I feel like at this point,
that
like,
makes sense.
I feel like he's beating like a dead horse, like JaVale McGee gets all high and mighty because he's on a legitimate basketball team for the first time in his career, and all of a sudden he's like talking like big game, and then Shaq unrolls out this video where it just like basically trashes him for like 2.5 minutes.
If you haven't seen it, look it up.
It's pretty entertaining.
It's pretty funny. But at the same time, I'm like, Shaq, come on, Shaq. Come on, big fella. You are.
Like, I'm just saying, like, this personal vendetta that he had. Like, I know, like, they've been going at it for basically for a couple of years.
And it started off funny.
And then
I think it started off jokingly on both parties. Because Shaq, when he became a analyst for TNT, he started the whole Shaq and the Fool thing. And JaVale McGee has been on there
a lot.
Pretty much since Shaq started.
He had like one a week, like basically.
At least.
Like when he was in Denver, like.
And Washington, he was on there at least twice a week, like at least.
That's once a week, but
no, like I mean,
especially
like,
in Denver.
Like Shaq and the Fool is once a week because of Thursday. But
yeah.
Like if JaVale McGee was when he was on Denver and or Washington, they played on like they had a primetime game on like a Monday or whatever, and like there was footage of him doing something goofy. Like pretty sure Shaq showed him
regardless of how goofy it was.
Like once, so that's what I'm saying. Like he was on there at least twice during the same segment.
I just think like Shaq. Isn't he like still part owner of the Kings? Is there like rules against doing stuff like this?
No.
Like, you can't like antagonize people like super publicly like this because he has a public venue. Like he's able to just trash them up like this every day. Mark
Cuban was the same dude that said Westbrook was like.
This is way different.
It doesn't matter. He still came. Like he still publicly came.
I think this is totally different. Totally like this is like even in the same realm as making some comments as an owner, as opposed to using your ties with TNT to put together a video that is just absurd. Like it's just absurd. Like Shaq is wearing
Shaq gonna lose his job?
No. But like Shaq is like. He's like looking like he's like Yoda. Like he's wearing like a hood and he's like, man, I don't know how this happened. I understand. What could have gone wrong?
But like that's what I'm saying. I'm disappointed into like who he's responding to. Like one is JaVale McGee. Like what is JaVale? Like what has he accomplished in his career? Besides,
he was pretty sweet in that dunk contest.
Wow. Did he win it? No, he didn't win it. So it doesn't matter. Like let me do this, JaVale McGee. Like he's not worth.
And if I was JaVale McGee, I wouldn't even like. I wouldn't even. I'd be like ignoring this stuff by now. Like at some point, you have to be like, okay, well, this guy's just going to continue like to. Like I have to ignore it. Like I'm just going to ignore it. I'm on a good basketball team. I'm going to focus on what I got going.
And if you're JaVale McGee, you have to realize this is a battle you're not going to win because he has so much more ammo than what you have. And Kevin Durant, I commend you for being a good teammate. I really do, for sticking up for your teammate. But coming at Shaq, talking about some Shaq had his flaws. Shaq was a poor free throw shooter. This, that, and the other. Shaq also has 4 rings compared to your none. And Shaq is a Hall of Famer. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get there before it's all said and done. But at the same time, Shaq's career, y'all like.
Shaq was the most dominant force in the NBA for a long time.
A very long time, and neither Kevin Durant nor JaVale McGee has had that said about them.
I mean, Kevin Durant has been pretty dominant, but he wasn't like Shaq dominant. Like Shaq was virtually unguardable, basically.
Exactly.
For basically like 10 years. 15 years.
Until he got old.
Yeah, until he had the Achilles problem.
Until he got old. Like like JaVale, like don't get me wrong, like that. What Kevin Durant did, that's what you're supposed to do. You feel me?
Yeah, I totally agree. You're supposed to, back up your teammate. Like, you're not supposed to allow him to get trashed like this on national television.
But at the same time,
in a video that's pretty absurd.
But at the same time,
every week,
Shaq's past is what they hope their future can be. Like at least half of what Shaq has done, they hope to accomplish.
Star in bad movies and.
Hey, Kazam was not bad. Stop right there.
What about the movie where he was like that weapons maker? Like, what is that movie called?
I've not seen that one. Kazam was pretty good, though.
No, he's in a movie where he builds weapons for the military.
Hey, Kazam is a classic. Kazam is an underrated movie.
I think the movie was called like Iron something.
Not the Iron Giant because he 7'2".
No, it was like Iron. Yeah, he was a weapons dealer. He was like
he's Steel.
That's the name of it. Steel. Yeah. He was a weapons. He made weapons.
or he was the weapon.
No, he wasn't the weapon. Yeah, it's a pretty awful movie. Like, you got a 2.8 out of 10.
Hey, but Kazam, no. Kazam was pretty dope. But, JaVale McGee, once again, this is a battle you're not going to win. Because he has more ammo than you. By far.
Well, yeah, and he's got a much bigger public
revenue. Not revenue, spectrum.
Yeah, I mean, JaVale McGee, he only has his Twitter and, press conferences every once in a while.
Not a big one.
I don't know about the big one.
Well, not the big one.
The Draymond Green Paul Pierce thing,
Yo, boy. Did you hear what he said to him?
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said?
He ain't wrong.
But that's just disrespectful, though.
I mean, those are one of those things you just, don't say out loud.
To say, they don't love you like that, bro, one, he wasn't asking for the farewell tour that Kobe got. Kobe probably didn't even ask.
Yeah, but I think it would be different if Paul Pierce was still in Boston. If he was still in Boston, it would be a spectacle. But the fact that he's a shell of himself,
and it's not like he chose to leave Boston.
Yeah, they traded him away because they wanted assets, and they got a deal they couldn't turn down. Basically, highway robbery.
Talk about highway robbery, yeah. Well, it's and Paul Pierce came back and responded with, Draymond Green is only good because he plays on the Warriors.
I totally agree.
And you agree.
I've been saying that Draymond Green is one of the most overrated players in the NBA. Him and Jimmy Butler, right there, 1-2.
Oh my God.
1-2. 1-2.
Jimmy Butler's had to work for everything he's gotten.
Doesn't mean he's not overrated.
He's not overrated.
Yes, he is, dude.
No, he's not.
He is. He plays on a weak basketball team, so his numbers are going to be overinflated because he takes a lot of shots.
So it's his fault that he was a rookie when the team was actually good? That's his fault?
No. I'm just saying, Jimmy Butler would be a nice role player on most basketball teams if he went somewhere else.
What?
Yeah. The hell with Jimmy Butler.
So put Jimmy on Houston. He's a role player.
He's like a third best player on the team.
Third?
Yeah.
Besides James Harden, who's better than Jimmy Butler?
Eric Gordon.
Get out of here.
I love Eric Gordon's game.
No. Eric Gordon is nowhere near Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, it's close.
It's not even close.
It is close. Well, look at their numbers right now.
All Eric Gordon does better than Jimmy Butler. Shoot the three.
And he
what? He don't play D. Not to the level that Jimmy play D. What is he? What does Eric Gordon do? Pull up some Eric Gordon stats right now. What is he doing?
17.
This president's dead.
17 points. He also only plays 30 minutes a night. So Jimmy Butler logs. Let's say Jimmy Butler. Billy Butler.
The award for...
What's with these ads?
He averages He plays 6 more minutes a game, and he only averages 7 more points than him.
But Jimmy Butler's a two-way player.
That's true. He's still not as good as Paul George or Kawhi.
Okay, that's third. That's third behind behind Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
I'm sure there are others. I just can't think of anybody else right now. Klay Thompson. I'd rather have Klay Thompson than Jimmy Butler.
Klay Thompson's he's not that good of a defender.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He guards their best player on the other team every night.
He doesn't guard the best player. He guards the point guard.
No, he guards their best player.
No, he doesn't.
Regardless,
when he goes against LeBron James, he gets destroyed. Jimmy Butler holds it.
A lot of people get destroyed by
Jimmy Butler can actually hold his own when he's defending LeBron. Say I'm lying. Say I want you to say. I want you to deny that one.
You ain't lying.
Please deny that one.
You ain't lying.
Thank you. Please deny that one. You can't even deny that one if you tried.
I'd rather have Paul George.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
I love Paul George.
But if but back to the Paul Pierce, Draymond, what Paul Pierce said, I'm actually 50-50 on the ladder. Like, I'm like, like Izzy said, Izzy said Draymond Green is not a number one option on the Nets. I'm all like,
yes, he is.
Yes, he is. It's the Nets.
I can't even name one player that starts for them. Brook Lopez.
And he's, okay.
Yeah, give me Brook Lopez over Draymond Green.
Well, Brook Lopez has also been doing this.
Yeah,
longer,
true.
Like,
Yeah,
Brook Lopez, that much longer.
Brook Lopez has really evolved his game since he got into the league. He can shoot the three now. Yeah,
he's a legit shot blocker.
They should have tried to get something for him. I
don't know why he didn't.
Because they wanted 2 first-round picks for him.
No, not at this stage in his career. No.
Yeah, no. Especially a rental, basically.
But my logic is I'm 50-50 on it because, like, if he's not on the Warriors, he still finds a way to be impactful.
I think he's...
on whatever
I think he's, like, a better Taj Gibson.
Like, I'm like, he will find a way to be impactful that is not scoring the ball. Like, does it help him that he's on the Warriors? Yes, that team made Andrew Bogut look good. Like, it really did. But if you put Draymond on any other team, like, he will find a way to impact.
I guess it depends on the team. If you put him on the Spurs, I think he'd be still a very good player.
Like, if you put him on the Spurs, he's probably what he is now.
No, he's probably...
I think he can be what he is with the way they move.
I think he would be like how
with the way they move.
Boris Diaw was when he was there.
No,
I'm not trying to knock. I'm not knocking on Boris Diaw. I'm just saying that I think that's what he would have been like on the Spurs. Like he'd be a Boris Diaw type player, and Boris Diaw is pretty good player.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah, I like Boris Diaw. Like when he was in Phoenix, he was fun.
And I'm like. So yeah, I'm 50. Like it helps he's on the Warriors, but at the same time, for him to say he's only good because he plays on, I'm like, this was a dude who probably should have been a first round pick. Why teams passed on him? I don't know. Like this is
undersized for his position.
Like this is the same.
Doesn't really have like when you look at him, like he's undersized for. He's too big to play small forward. He's too small to play power forward in a traditional NBA sense.
Yeah.
At least when he was drafted. Like, the things have changed. That stuff has been evolved
so
now.
quickly.
Yeah, it's like the NBA has evolved.
But he was undersized, but so was Dennis, so was Ryman. When Ryman wasn't nothing but 6'8".
Ryman was like 6'10".
Ryman wasn't that tall, was he?
I think so, man. I think Dennis Rodman was like 6'10".
And he was still weight-wise, he was undersized.
Yeah, but everybody in college is going to have to bulk up when they get into the pros.
Dennis Rodman was 6'7", and it was a power forward.
Yeah, but he was also like more athletic.
Yeah,
he was also like his wingspan was probably like big. Like I don't know, like they even tested that stuff back then. But
he averaged 18 rebounds a game 1 year, like which is insane.
I'm sure his wingspan is probably like 7'1", 7'2".
Draymond Green was this was the same. This is the same Draymond Green that won college. What's the college equivalent to MVP? College basketball player of the year. The Naismith, not Naismith, Wooden.
7'7" wingspan for
Dennis Rodman?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
Like, Draymond Green, like, he was a college player of the year for a reason. Like, so.
I mean, I think he would be still good if he went to a place. I don't think he'd be this good. I don't think he'd be getting paid as much as he's getting paid either if he was elsewhere. But I mean, Paul Pierce is like first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, and not to mention Paul Pierce isn't really playing much. Like, why would we all of a sudden just start attacking him on the bench? But
no, I think Paul Pierce was a free throw situation.
Yeah.
Pierce was walking off. And I think they probably had a little back and forth.
I don't think Paul Pierce was even in the game at that point. He never plays anymore.
Like,
How can it, like
it's like it was an incident that probably could have went unavoided. Like that could have went unavoided. But the only reason people are talking about it is because what Draymond Green said got picked up.
Well, I mean,
and it's Draymond Green. Like that's like and it's Draymond Green.
Yeah, he didn't play a minute. He hasn't played.
Here's a breakthrough.
These ads are killing me.
Yeah, but yeah, he hasn't
played a minute in 5 games.
Yeah, he's played 5 minutes and lost to Boston.
That's the one when he went in.
He hasn't really played since
Boston.
Since like 2016. Like, look at this. Like, he doesn't play at all for any like. I think it's pretty ridiculous that you just take a shot at him for no reason.
Yeah, like they don't love you like that. I'm like, dude, like this is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
But I think if he was still in like Boston, like it would be a spectacle.
Oh, it would definitely be a fair win.
And not to mention Kobe Bryant, the reason he was able to be a spectacle, like what it was, is because the team wasn't competitive at all. Like if the Laker team had been competitive, they wouldn't be talking about this being Kobe Bryant's last season. They'd be like talking about how successful it's been because it's Kobe Bryant's last season. Exactly. It wouldn't be like, oh, we're gonna have a party for him every night because we stink.
but it's the fact that the Clippers had our legitimate team in the West. B,
I don't know about that, but
at the beginning of the season, they were a legit team in the West. They were considered legit. B, they've underachieved this season for the season because we already knew Chris Paul and Blake Griffin were going to get hurt.
They've underachieved for the last 4 seasons
all together.
Basically, since Doc Rivers has been there.
Except like
Doc Rivers hasn't done a great job being a GM there.
No, I said that last week, and like that they imploded against Houston.
They were up 3-1 or 3-2, and they had a big lead going into like the last 2 minutes of that game or 6 minutes, and then Dwight Howard and Corey Brewer and Josh Smith
couldn't miss.
Yeah, like they decided no, like we're not losing. Who else was on the floor? Like they had
James Harden.
No, he wasn't.
James Harden.
I don't think James Harden was on the floor when they came back.
Pretty sure James Harden's on the floor if they're coming.
I'm pretty sure it was like Josh Smith, Corey Brewer, Dwight Howard, and there were like 2 other players on the floor.
Pretty sure James Harden's one of those players. You're not sparking a comeback.
We're gonna look this up after
without James Harden.
We're gonna look this up because I'm telling you, I don't.
Sure that was game 7.
No, it wasn't. It was game 6.
If it was like
5. Yeah, it was game 6 because they were up by a bunch and they were gonna close out the series, and then they lost game 7
in Houston.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I don't think James Harden was on the floor when they came back.
I just can't imagine Houston sparking the comeback.
Josh Smith, Corey Brewer, Dwight Howard,
James Harden on the court.
We're gonna look it up. I'm telling you, he wasn't on the floor when they came back.
I'm pretty sure like this. I think the JaVale McGee Shaq beef is gonna carry over longer than the Draymond Paul Pierce.
Well, I mean, JaVale McGee's gonna play longer. This is it for Paul Pierce. This is last season. This JaVale McGee thing is probably not going to go away until he retires. Like Shaq is gonna. Shaq's got him out. He got the sights out of it. As long as he knows that, like picking at him keeps getting under his skin. I think he's just going to keep doing it until he finds a way to not.
You know they actually made physical threats to each other.
Oh God.
On Twitter, like Shaq was like, "I'll beat your bum," and then JaVale McGee said some pretty. Called him a name that's very insensitive to black folks, and it's just I'm not gonna say that name.
Yeah, let's leave that name out of there.
I'm just gonna say for the black people, it starts with a C, ends with an N. You can fill in the gaps.
Anyways, the LeBron James Charles Barkley drama, I think that's over. I think it's they had that commercial a couple of years ago where like with the donut and stuff. That was a pretty fun commercial. But I think that they're...
Who's next?
The next? To have a beef?
Yeah, who's next?
Kobe, maybe with Westbrook? No,
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to think if somebody might have... Like, if somebody was going to have beef with somebody.
No, Kobe actually likes.
I know. What about like the Admiral having beef with?
David Robinson's not hating on anybody.
AI having a problem with Isaiah Thomas.
Allen Iverson's not that petty. I don't see him being that petty.
All right, well, I mean, we're gonna cook up some beef. Who we having
Cook
some?
up some beef?
who we having beef with? Michael Jordan and LeBron? No.
No.
Who's somebody who has a mouthpiece where they can get out their point out there?
Jimmy Butler in the Bulls front office.
Jimmy Butler and Stacey King. If Jimmy Butler gets like traded away, maybe like Stacey King, like Stacey King be like talking mad stuff about Jimmy Butler.
He took a shot at Boozer once he got rid of Boozer.
No, maybe not Stacey King. Maybe Scottie Pippen and.
I'm telling you, Jimmy and like Garpax, like they got a beef.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you right now, they got.
I'm sure Jimmy Butler was super mad when he woke up on like Friday morning. He woke up and he's like, still in Chicago.
Not either super mad or super relieved or.
No, he's probably pissed off.
Super pissed off that they played with him like that. Like.
No. He woke up. He realized he hadn't been traded. That he was gonna have to play the rest of the season in Chicago.
No, but it's like, why would you say you want to build around me and then toy with the option of trading me all season,
and then
not do anything,
and then make a lateral trade that doesn't really change the franchise.
Anything.
It doesn't do anything. It doesn't make you better this season. If anything, it makes you worse this season. And you still have Rondo on the team. Do you think he's gonna get bought out, or he's just gonna play the rest of the season?
If it hasn't happened by now, that ain't gonna happen. So he's just probably gonna ride the wave out.
I think that the fact that he might be a valuable trade chip this summer.
Who's gonna get him? Like Rondo gets a bad rap.
Rondo
gets a bad.
If he gets traded, his money only becomes $3 million guaranteed money. So they could trade
Excuse me.
like a $3 million Rondo is a valuable asset.
Well, Rondo gets a bad rap. And it's a bad rap that was given to him. Like I don't think he did anything.
Well, the Dallas, that was bad.
That was one incident. Just one. And it's not like when he was in Boston, what bad did he do in Boston?
Well, he didn't like to lose a whole lot.
Who does? I remember one game when they still had their big three, like he himself personally was having like one of his worst games ever. Like he couldn't do anything. And he tried to spark himself by trying to go into the opposing team's huddle. and some of the players blocking him out. He just kept trying to weasel his way in. And this was that's a Rondo thing to do, right there.
You get yourself a tactical foul so you can get yourself amped up.
And then Cameron Garnett just goes over there laughing and pulls him out like a chola.
But yeah, you could make the argument Rondo after later he was probably their most important player.
Yeah.
After they won the title the first time, that first season, I think the later ones, Rondo was probably their best player.
Yeah, their later run.
Yeah,
Paul Pierce was their best player. Let's kill that Rondo baby.
I think it's close.
Not even.
Rondo was the engine that made that team run.
The reason Paul Pierce was their best player because Paul, the three of them came together and told Rondo you're the they pretty much Draymond graded him yo, we don't do this without you, and Chris botched him or Kevin loved him yo, we don't do this without you, because there's always that third or / fourth wheel on teams like that.
I think Rondo is way different in that. I think he's different than that situation because Rondo was the engine of that team. He played he led the league in minutes. I think 2 straight seasons. The triple doubles is you speak for themselves, and he put those players in situations where they could be productive, even if because they weren't spring chickens at that point anymore. They relied a lot on Rondo to be to get them through this And his defensively, you usually guarded the best player on the other team. He was locking up LeBron for a little while that one season.
Him and Rose had some epic back and forth.
Yeah.
It just helped that Rondo was on the team that he was on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know, anything else you want to add, beef-wise?
I'm good.
Yeah, so next week we're going to talk a little more NFL draft, a little bit more. I guess we'll do some more NBA stuff, but...
Depends on what happens.
The NBA season right now is I basically have to wait. Like it's just
it's like a dead point right now.
Yeah, like till the playoffs start. Because I don't think any of that. Like just unless somebody big gets injured.
Someone like big gets injured. Somebody says something outlandish. Either player, coach, GM. or reporter. Because reporters tend to say.
I still think it's pretty funny. Like, you see the video where DeMarcus Cousins finds out that he got traded to New Orleans, and like the press conference, like he's like, "I love it here."
He was all like, no, like the one I saw, he was like, All Star Weekend questions first. He's like, what the kind of questions we got? I think somebody like leans in, like, hey, yeah, you were traded. Like,
he's like, oh really? And they're like, oh, what do you think of New Orleans? Oh, I love it here.
he's like All Star Weekend questions first. What the kind of questions we got? Like, somebody want to tell me something?
Yeah, that guy leans in. But yeah, we'll be back next week. We'll see you guys later. Take care. Peace out.